Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. Bit disappointing, that one. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one. Handy effort, that one. Well, after hopefully a couple of sound shots, Rich, these players have just a short wedge into this par 5 second.
The green sits above the player ever so slightly, which makes this third shot a little more difficult. But let's face it, it's a short shot with a short club. A birdie can be expected.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Oh, you like me and thought that had a chance? And down it goes. The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
If you can make this one, it's for par. John Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Club up. I like this play.
A sensational shot, and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th. A tie for 4th place if you could hold this putt. That's tracking. Fair effort, that. Good birdie. And that will take him to 1 under. And this is a familiar sight. John Rahm leads this tournament. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this putt to move them into a tie for 2nd. Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side, but from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in John Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think John Rahm's name would be #1. because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the John Rahm era right now. And here we are with the third shot. Just one stroke back and right in it. Time now for the fourth shot. One stroke off the lead. Hope you're not developing a little glitch there. Time for the fifth shot. And only one off the pace here. Every time you can make these putts, they'll certainly add up at the end of the day. Right on 8 feet.
Looks good.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. John Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard. Oh, looking to make a statement here, going with driver off the tee.
Hopefully better than the last. Trying to shake off what happened on the previous hole.
That's an awful error. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
Yeah, that one will play. The par 5 8th, Rich, 615 yards. Not really a two-shotter.
This is definitely a three-shotter for almost every player in the field unless it plays downwind. You must avoid the bunker down the right-hand side off the tee. There is no hope of getting it home in 3 if you drive it in there. Third shot for most of these players is going to be to a green that is long and narrow, surrounded by deep bunkers both right and left. Par on this hole is certainly possible, but bogeys might happen if you're not careful.
The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. He's found the surface. Good chance here.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
And this putt to move into the top 10. All right, you'll make it the next time. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Wow, did this come out beautifully.
Nicely done.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup. Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 strokes behind our leader. His putt for par here. Nice little putt to hole, that one. And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's John Rahm on top. Rich, this par 4 12th really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by two of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
And that should secure the par on this one. He's currently tied for 9th. Thirteen's a long par 3 measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, that's no bargain either. The 3 here, you've done good.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
Now 5 strokes behind. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the pace. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
Can you hear those tweets? This is what they have left for birdie here.
Well, would have been nice to get the birdie, but a par never hurts. Okay, so that finishes that hole. And as we head to the next, it's John Rahm in the lead. That one's heading down Broadway. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's got about 140, I'd say. He really got that one out there. Fantastic drive.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Really controlled the flight there nicely with that wind.
Just about 8 feet left to the hole. Oh, just missed. Big putt for par coming up. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
This is buckets. Well done. The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. We've arrived at a par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Needs to make a move soon.
That dog will hunt.
Second shot here on the 17th hole. That's a high caliber shot. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. He's currently sharing 8th position.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Will this one hang on and find the fairway? Or is it headed towards the rough? Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the lead. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Good stroke. And down she goes. So it's tournament over now.